You ready for me, Kat? All right, all right. Well, welcome everybody to our youth graduation day of our urban community forestry crew. Yes, thank you everyone for coming, parents, family, partners, and of course the folks who have been doing all the amazing work for the last 5 weeks. So, my name is Lisa O'Flaherty. I am the Idaho State Director for all of our Conservation Corps crews here, and I am going to be your MC for today's ceremony. So, welcome to everyone who could make it. Hello from the virtual world for whoever might be watching this down the road. Let me go over the run of show for today. So I'm going to give a brief introduction into our wonderful crews and highlight some of the great work that they've done this session. And then I will give an opportunity for each crew to come up. We'll start with our Boise crew, since they're already queued up, to step right up at the front of the line here, introduce everyone with your names, pronouns, where you call home, and we're going to have everyone say their favorite tool that they got to use this season. Please use your projected presentation voices, and we're also going to make you hold the little microphone, all right? And Kat is our recorder back there. If she gives you any stage directions to move, please abide by those. Every crew will then get an opportunity to either do a presentation, do some speeches, talk about what they've learned, what they've accomplished this season. And then I will get to say some words about our fearless leaders who made this all possible. And then at the very end, we will call everyone up and pass out some certificates and goodies for everyone. And before then, there's an opportunity for partners if you'd like to share any words. You are more than welcome to. So we expect to be wrapped up by about 3 o'clock. So if you're a big talker, try to keep your speeches reasonable, 5 minutes or less, but we're going to wrap it up in the next hour. So again, I want to just say how momentous and special it is to have these urban and community forestry crews. This is the first year ever that we've run these. This is our second session, but first year that we've ever gotten to do this work. We were awarded a $4 million grant from the USDA, Inflation Reduction Act funding, to give us the opportunity to create these brand new crews working specifically on urban forestry projects within disadvantaged neighborhoods of the Treasure Valley. So it's a really unprecedented amount of federal funding going to organizations like us across the country to do this amazing work that otherwise our partners might not have the personnel or the funds to do themselves. Destiny, can you help? So huge shout out that we have this opportunity, and it's really special. So Idaho Conservation Corps, if you're not familiar with us, has been around since the 90s, working in Idaho under our banner of Northwest Youth Corps, who has been around working in the Northwest since 1984. We just hit our 40th year anniversary, but this is our first year ever having these local crews here in Idaho. Yeah, and like I said, been able to focus specifically on urban forestry health, providing benefits to our urban forests that help our air quality, reduce the heat island effect, filter pollutants from our water, provide wildlife habitat, and provide just amazing economic and psychological benefits to humans. So it's really cool that we get to do this work, that these folks intermixed in here got to do this work, giving back to our urban forest. Now about the crews themselves and some of the fantastic work they accomplished. So here today we have our Yellow Boise crew. Yellow Boise crew, where are you at? Yeah, awesome. Round of applause, thank you. And then we have our Blue Nampa crew. Where are you, Blue Nampa? Yes, yes. So these 3 crew leaders today, and there are more members, a couple of whom are not here, but eight members accomplished a lot in just 5 short weeks. They removed so much sod and weeds around trees in our parks and right-of-ways, both in Boise and Nampa, added so much soil, wheelbarrows and wheelbarrows, trailer loads and trailer loads of mulch back to these tree rings to stifle weeds, reduce water loss and evaporation, add organic matter back to our soil. They watered and maintained cottonwoods that our first session crews got to collect, and they took care of them almost every day. They up-potted them, and eventually those will all make their home along the Boise River to enhance the genetic diversity of our cottonwoods along that riparian habitat. They removed so many invasive species. Oh my gosh, invasives everywhere. I think probably the number one scourge, goat heads, everyone. Ugh, the enemy of dog paws and bike tires and anyone who accidentally steps on one barefoot. So I'll get to the stats, but a ridiculous number of goat heads and other invasive species removed. They got to work at Lucky Peak Nursery, Forest Service Nursery, thinning literally thousands of baby seedling trays that will go on and get planted in public lands across the western United States. They got to act as on-the-ground researchers doing heat monitoring work that will give us really good hard data about the effects of having trees and how that affects our feeling of heat and heat island effect. We might have another guest. And that'll help define city planning decisions. They worked with a variety of different partners, from Boise and Nampa's Parks and Rec and Forestry departments to Deer Flat National Wildlife Refuge, Expo Idaho, the Treasure Valley Canopy Network, Boise National Forest, Lucky Peak Nursery. I think that's the big ones. Am I missing anyone? Yeah, a lot of different folks. And then here's some impressive stats to share about the grand scale of what they accomplished in just these 5 weeks. They cleared 460 tree wells of weeds and sod and added mulch. 460 trees. Yeah. 103 baby cottonwoods were watered, maintained, and up-potted for future homes along the Boise River. An absurd 100,000 saplings thinned and maintained at Lucky Peak Nursery. 100,000. Removed over 6 acres of invasive weeds, 6 football fields of goat heads and other invasives, and then did over 130 hours of heat monitoring surveying. And then in total, between both crews, they served 1,300 hours directly serving our public lands and our urban forests. So that is an amazing amount of work, honestly, that y'all accomplished. Yeah. And if you didn't realize, this was also during one of the worst heat waves we've ever had, some of the worst smoke and air quality days that we've ever had. So also not an easy time to do all that. So on top of the fantastic work they did, they also got to spend a lot of time on their own education and professional development. This is not just your normal job. We want folks to actually learn some things for this and hopefully inspire a future career in this kind of work. So overall, they spent over 200 hours on education. They visited some pretty special places, such as the Boise Watershed, the Foothills Learning Center, Boise Forestry's Arboretum, Deer Flat National Wildlife Refuge, and even spending some time at museums and a lot of library time on some smoky days. Our Boise crew with their heat monitoring work were interviewed by, I believe, 5 different media outlets during their time there. So also lots of amazing exposure for the work they did there. So be proud of all you've done and accomplished. Know that this is a great resume builder, y'all. Whether or not you choose to continue in this field or not, you've learned a lot of skills that is super, super valuable and marketable to folks in this field. So just appreciate that. Now, enough of me talking. Let's pull up the Boise Yellow crew to come up, introduce yourselves, and do your presentation. Come on up. For the recording.
Alrighty, I'm Destiny Hansen. I'm one of the crew leads. And then- Are we talking first?
Hometown.
Hometown.
Name, pronouns, where you call home, favorite tool.
Okay. Pronouns, she, her. My hometown is Boise. My favorite tool is probably just a good old shovel.
My name's Allison. I'm also one of the crew leads. I call Boise home. My pronouns are she, her, and favorite tool, probably a Picmatic.
My name is Will. He, him. Hometown is Boise, not Boise Meridian, and favorite tool is probably a shovel.
My name is Logan Clark Rivera. I call Boise home. My favorite tool, probably a shovel, because it's it's good at its job.
My name is Yvonne. He, him. My hometown is Boise, and my favorite tool is probably a shovel.
So our crew put together a little video for you all about what we did over the course of these 5 weeks.
Yeah. Thank you, Will, for making the video. Also, just wanted to say I'm really proud of these guys. We did a lot of work. Really like to see them grow and hang out together. I think we had a good time. We're also missing Vanessa Oxford. She was on our crew as well. She couldn't be here today, but she was a big contribution as well. So, yeah. Okay. Why do you hold this so I can be in charge?
What's your name? That's our other crew lead.
much. I just learned about these nicknames: Destiny, Fate, Weird Al. Okay, love it. And clearly, crew had a lot of fun and did a lot of other stuff in between all the amazing work they got done as well. So that's awesome. All right, let's pull up the Nampa crew. Step right up. And if you haven't noticed, Allison got to be a part of both crews. So
Well, thanks everybody for coming. We really appreciate you guys coming out to support our crews. My name is Lauren Noker. I was the main crew lead. She, her pronouns, I call Boise home, and this was my second session with ICC. My favorite tool, this session I had quite a bit of fun with the handsaw, so I'd say that for this session.
My name is PJ. I go by he, him pronouns. I call Napa pretty much my hometown. My favorite tool that we use was probably also the handsaw.
Hello, my name's James. I use he, him pronouns. I call Nampa my hometown. My favorite tool would probably be the wheelbarrow, even though I have many happy memories and terrible memories of it.
I'm Ace. I use any pronouns, and my favorite tool was probably the pitchfork. I liked it.
I don't have two mics. Hello again, I'm Allison. She, her pronouns. Yeah, Boise's my home. Favorite tool. Let's switch it up. Ooh, I liked using the auger. That was a lot of fun. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, so we did not have any videographers on our crew, so we don't have a video for y'all, but we have some fun photos from throughout this season. But before we get into that, I want to say a huge thank you to all the crew members here. You guys were super, super flexible with our schedule. We had a lot of parts moving and grooving. One of our other crew leads was transferred to different programs. We had to adjust there. Our program coordinator was in and out. He just had a baby. So lots of little things happening here and there, but these guys just rolled with the punches. We got a ton done, had a good time doing it, as you're going to see in some of the photos. And yeah, I'm super proud of everything you all accomplished and all the fun that we had while doing it. So yeah, let's take a gander at our little slideshow here. I know some of our members want to say. Yes, I will. Our members do have a few little speeches they want to share with you. We're missing another member. Alex was with us, but he is currently on vacation, so was not able to be here today. But he also was a big part in our crew. James, Ace.
All right. Okay. Hello, I'm James. The things that I learned from ICC is okay. What is how to create a mulch ring, then how to prune a tree correctly and healthily, so then it could grow better. Hold on, I have to think. Learn how to communicate better with people, voicing my thoughts. Some fond memories is going up and being up at the Lucky Peak Nursery, hanging out. Those 2 days were pretty chill, fun days when we got a lot of productive done.
My name is PJ. My favorite things that we did was pretty much working as a group, a crew, and just going mulching, pulling baby trees, working out at Lucky Peak, just having fun doing it as a crew, and just doing having fun pretty much out there, just doing it and getting it done.
We learned a lot this session, and we got a lot of stuff done, and it was a ton of fun doing it. We had some pruning training, and that entire day was pretty fun, and that prepared us for working on our most recent project, which was cutting back trees and bushes in a pathway. And yeah, we took care of cottonwoods for a little while, pretty much this whole session. And just recently, we potted them into like a bigger pot, and yeah, it was really fun.
I was only working with this crew 2 days a week, so I didn't really get a chance to know them until the second week. They're a lot of fun. I had a great time with them. They crack a lot of good jokes. I gotta say that. And they're also hard workers, and you guys, great teamwork. So really proud of you guys. I know some of you might be coming back next year, so maybe I'll be around. I don't know, but I'm glad you all enjoyed the work. Yes. Cool.
Awesome. Those are some fantastic photos. I love the before and after shots. And let's give it up one more time for our Nampa Blue crew. It's also not easy to talk in front of a big group, so great job giving a speech, y'all. All right, you guys can sit down now. Thank you. I know that's intimidating, so great job. Lastly, I just want to recognize our fantastic crew leaders. You can leave it up. Those are great photos. Look at them hanging out with a mule and yeah, moving tons of invasives and overgrown brush. Wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. You recognize that, Adam? So yeah, I just want to recognize our fantastic crew leaders. You got to meet Destiny, who is our full-time crew leader, been with us since the spring as a young adult crew leader, now again through the summer, and then is going to be acting like as a field supervisor for our folks this fall. So Destiny's been wonderful, helping us develop this brand new program and giving us lots of great helpful feedback on how we can continue to grow and hone and make this program even better for years to come. So thank you, Destiny, for all the dedication you have put into this going forward. So Destiny Hansen, give it up. And then we have Allison Culver, who has just been our like pinch hitter going wherever is needed. So started with the Boise crew, and then as we mentioned, our other Nampa crew lead ended up on a backcountry crew, leaving Lauren solo. So Allison was just like, "Yep, I'll go wherever is needed. Just fits in wherever the wind takes you, and just like super flexible, rolling with the punches." Also has been with us since the spring and is going to carry forward with us. So I'm excited to see you continue to grow and help us get a lot of amazing work done. So thank you, Allison. Yes. And then last but not least, we have Lauren, our main Nampa lead. Yeah, because you're on the other side of the valley, selfishly, I feel like I don't get out to see y'all as much. But I know y'all have done amazing work for Adam and for Christina out at Deer Flat. Have only heard fantastic things from y'all. And yeah, I've been really impressed with how communicative you are and like the amazing culture that you've been able to build on both sessions and like really instill the sense of why this work matters beyond just the day-to-day. Your background has been huge. So give it up one more time to Lauren. Yes. And Miranda, who is not here today, contributed greatly, but is now contributing to a project deep in the woods. Yeah, so without our leaders, they've put so much work into this. They are here every day with these folks, 5 days a week, making sure they have what they need to be safe and watered and fed and all of the things, managing these projects, doing the data entry and all the boring behind the scenes stuff, doing check-ins and having those debriefs and sometimes hard conversations with their members and partners. And that's just amazing, doing it all with a smile on your face, even when it's 108 and smoky. So yeah, this program would not be here without our fantastic leaders here today. So once more, thank you all for all you did. Cool. And then I want to recognize all the partners who are in the room today. So if you're a project partner, if you'd like to say anything, I know we've got folks from the city of Nampa, from the Expo Idaho here. I feel like I saw someone else, but maybe it's just the two of y'all today, which is wonderful. If you'd like to, no pressure. Adam? Perfect. this tiny little microphone to you.
So Adam Mancini with the City of Nampa was fortunate to be able to work with the Nampa crew and assist them with things that they needed and provide options for projects to try and be flexible. And they were awesome. So thank you for leading the crew. And your crew did great. Accomplished, like you already said, I don't need to go down the road of what was accomplished, but stuff that, like Lisa said, we just don't have the resources sometimes to get to it, or the staff to get to it. So and huge the shout out to you for doing it, because it needs to be done. And sometimes it's not glamorous work, it's not fun work, it's not even necessarily educational type of work. It's just work, and you show up, you do it, and you get it done, and you're here still smiling, and you stuck it out through the whole program, and that's awesome. So, in a tribute to Lisa and the program for pushing and driving this to get the urban forestry into this, and with grant money and facilitating it, making it all happen, because like I said, it's really hard for us to find staff to get stuff done, and they're already pulled in multiple directions and putting out, not fires literally, but putting out fires. And sometimes the stuff that you all were doing isn't necessarily high on our priority list in terms of fires. So, but it definitely is important and needed to be done. So we appreciate that and applaud you for that. And yeah, thank you very much.
And once again, oh yeah, come on up. Yeah.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Sharon Failer from Expo, Idaho, and I've had two experiences so far. Both crews that we've had on our property have been extremely helpful. Our entity is an Ada County entity that's self-revenued, and so we don't have a ton of money, and we don't have a ton of people to throw at all these projects, and so we do get behind in the invasive weeds. It's a big problem. We got a really great property that's along the Boise River, and any help that we can acquire is fantastic. And I just want to say that it's been great having fresh faces, energetic crews that are enthusiastic about what they're doing. And I've learned some techniques and skills, and I had just a wonderful experience. I'd love to, meet more people like you. And I hope that you guys take these skills and you guys just keep injecting that little booster shot into the world and making things better. I congratulate you guys. All right. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Sharon and Adam, for speaking. And yeah, all of our project partners for giving us the great work and teaching all the skills that y'all have to our young people. So also, if any of y'all want jobs in this field, remember these faces, remember these names. They might be great references for you one day. Yeah, that's all I have, unless anyone else wants to say more words. No? Okay. Well, then we will move on to the presentation of awards and gifts. I'll like the leaders to come up so you can give certificates and pins and stickers and t-shirts, all these